Good morning. I'm Victoria Savage, Nurse Savage on your side, your wisdom guided oracle. And we're having coffee this morning in my beautiful moon mug. It is the new moon today, and that is some incredibly powerful energy for creation. And as I woke up this morning, I woke up in pretty darn heavy energy, kind of gloom and doom. Things aren't feeling real good right now, energy. So, what did I do? I indulged myself doing something I loved and then creative. Very powerful energies. And I went out and I watered because we're going to be hot again today. And then I created a flower bouquet for a friend who lost her husband. And I'm going to drop that off. But that act of creation and with the flowers for me, very high vibe energy. And by the time I got done doing the bouquet, the gloom, doom, heaviness had moved aside, had lifted. This is an intentional thing that we really want to do now. You know, we've had so many messages these past few months. You do you, you take care of you, and other things will be taken care of. And this could not be a better example of that. The way I feel about the playing with flowers, arranging them, growing them, um, for me is incredibly healing. And what I find with others right now is the creative aspect, indulging in what you desire to do and looking at new ways to do it. I have another friend who is an incredible artist, and she is uh, journeying right now with carpal tunnel. And so she will be having surgery in a month from today. And she's not going to be able to do her painting for 6 weeks. And so, open, willing, and ready, the thing I teach regularly, to be guided in what else is possible for me. What else is possible for her to bring through the creation? Um, who knows? Not my circus, not my monkeys to do with them. I can certainly offer my assistance, but it is definitely my circus to work my own energy and to raise my vibration and choose what I want regularly and to focus on what I desire. So much more fun. If there's no other reason, it's so much more fun than focusing on everything you're at odds with, you don't like, you fear, that you're concerned about. What does that look like for you? And so the dreams of Gaia, the flower oracle, also wanted to come through today. Dreams of Gaia, and then the messages of the fairies. And so these are not as lovely clean as I'd like them. I'm going to clean them up a little bit. This new moon, the flower says, honor you. Honor you. That's a huge step forward. Honor and love your physical and non-physical self, the body, mind, and spirit. Allow them all to move into balance as you realize all have equal importance. You are not your mind, you are not your body, and you are not your spirit. You are all of these things together. Feel this and celebrate the amazing relationship you have with you, for this is the most important relationship you will ever experience, and everything else in this reality is a reflection of that. Again, however you're feeling about yourself, whatever you're thinking about yourself, whatever you're growing in that aspect needs to be paid attention to if you want a life where you have more of what you love, desire, and want, or less of those three things. So you do you, you take care of you, indulge you. The fairy card came up today, flower power. I love this because I mean, that's for me, that is one thing to do to heal myself. I also created a very little bouquet, which is unusual. I mean, I usually have big ones in the house, but there was a couple flowers that kind of bent in a spot. And I love to honor the gift those plants gave me. And so I didn't toss them out. I made a small bouquet with all these lovely little flowers in it. Spend time with flowers and flower essences to increase your personal healing power. personal healing power. You can heal the things in you, the physical things. Are you faced with a scary diagnosis? Are you faced with things in your life that bring fear or heaviness? That was absolutely what I woke up with this morning. Old patterns of belief and thoughts and things that weren't feeling good and therefore brought my energy down. I needed to indulge in things that made me feel good. That could have been watching an old movie. Anne of Green Gables is one of my favorite series. And at times when I've been heavy laden, that's something I would put on. I loved how she chose to face life when she could have been in very dense, heavy, not lovely energy, but she didn't go there. She didn't go to victim. We have all been victims in life, but if you choose the victim energy, it is the energy that wants to not do your own energy. You want everybody else's energy to support you. And I don't play there because it's not any fun. Girls just want to have fun. And if there's one thing that is my theme in life, it's how to create more fun. The messages from Gaia card, the dreams of Gaia, is the 9 of air. Oh, 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 oh. These cards are so lovely. The 9 of air. Look at her forehead, that third eye, the intuition, that knowingness, the understanding of who you are in all of this. That is huge. That spirit aspect, we want to bring that into play. We want to own everything that we are and the power we have in all of what we are. We are not just the physical body, and we pay so much attention. It is our mental spirit body that really guides the physical. Open to possibilities. Possibilities are infinite. Know thyself and know the universe. One thing I know about myself is flowers make me happy. I've grown them for years, and it wasn't until 12 years ago that I realized how much joy they gave me in my home. My daughter got married in our yard, and I planted, with my best friend, I planted lots of flowers and baskets and pots of flowers. And then I bought flowers to make arrangements for the site where they were having the ceremony. And so for a couple weeks, I was paring down bouquets. I had them in my house, and I realized how much joy it gave me to handle them, to bring them, to look at them. And I thought to myself, why haven't I brought them in more through the years? And then I remembered the influence of someone else's judgment, even though it was presented as a joke. When I bring them in before, they go, achoo, achoo. They didn't have allergies to them, but it was a judgment that I let guide me for way too long, way too many years, and did not add that element of joy and happiness and fun that not just having the bouquets brought in, but making the bouquets, that act of creation. So what is possible for you? And it keeps coming to mind. If you, maybe because I have a friend that was just diagnosed with something quite not lovely, scary, and big. And if that is where you are at, remember that our emotional, mental, spiritual absolutely affects our physical. And so I'm not saying that don't do what the traditional medicine doctors are saying. I'm saying add in your choice, but you really want to know your choice. For many people, a very scary, life-threatening diagnosis is their ticket out. I knew that when my sister got hers. And other people, it's you can tell that they're going, whew, finally, I don't have to fight anymore. I can be done with this lifetime. That is absolutely true for many. So what is true for you in all that you're carrying? in the heavy, in the belief systems. What is it bringing through for you? Opportunities to grow and expand and shift? Always. But do we look at it like that? Um, Know thyself and know the universe. What dwells within you dwells within nature. And we've had that, this is the 9 of air cards again. And this is very much, look at this beautiful, beautiful card. What dwells within you dwells within nature. So, as I say many times, nature is an incredibly powerful way to heal ourselves, to raise our vibration, to lift our heavier energies. Belief creates. What you believe creates what you bring in. We are powerful creators in our thoughts, words, beliefs. And so you want to be given the insights. That mantra I teach, I'm open, I'm willing, I'm ready. Tap me on the shoulder when I'm creating what I really don't want through my thoughts. Tap me on the shoulder and let me know when I'm focusing on the things that I don't want to bring in life. I don't want to create more of in this world, because you are a creator and you affect the others around you with your creation. You want to own that, because once you own and understand that, then you can begin to shift things to more of what you desire and less of what you don't. What you desire desires you. What is it? We are drummed as children. Stop daydreaming. Stop thinking about those things you cannot have. There was an old Danny Kaye record. I still have the record, actually. And Stone Soup. And many of you have heard that story probably. And it's about an old, a baker that comes along, this old woman. And he said, Mrs., I'm hungry. Can you give me something to eat? And she goes, well, I don't have anything to eat. What makes you think? Another name for that is nail soup, that I could create soup for you, that I could give you something. And he goes, well, then let me ask you to join me. And he takes a stone and he puts it in a pot and he stirs it. And what he does is he triggers in her the truth of what she truly has. And she offers this, and then she offers a little bit of that. And they make this very lovely, filling soup out of what she didn't have, because he triggered her to understand what she did have. And that's what my gift, my joy, my path in this life is to trigger in you the truth of who you are and what you can do in your life. Or you can stay and play victim. It is truly up to you. This does not look like, to me, a victim card at all. The next thing that brings up is all the possibilities. All that exists was first imagined. Belief creates. Understanding, insight, vision, imagination, fantasy, creativity. That is what this card is about. And this is what the self-indulgence is about. When you create more of what you love and enjoy in this life, you create more possibility of joy, happiness, ease in your life. So what does that look like for you? What are you bringing forward for the world? The next card that came up was the Queen of Earth. Look at all the flowers. The Queen of Earth. And we're going to look at what Raveen Phelan wanted us to know about this card. Queen of Earth. Let's see what that brings. To me, it's very much a prosperity card for sure. Very much an abundance card. Let's see. The Queen of Earth in reverse. The reversed Queen of Earth will appear in your readings for two reasons. The first is to caution against making the home a hiding place where you shut out those who care about you. Yes, we all need a sanctuary, but our periods of isolation should always be temporary. The Queen of Earth, when she appears in reverse position, may also be cautioning you against smothering those around you. There is a difference between mothering and overwhelming. This could be very overwhelming for some people. There's a lot in this card. And this is, again, twofold. You must do you and you must balance that with the others. Don't withdraw totally. Withdraw for periods of time. And right now, people are hermiting a bunch. There's a lot of work that needs to be done in this world by those of us who are the light bringers, the way showers, the creators. And so we do need those inward times where we are not impacted by the energies of the others. But the point of that is to bring it into outward focus, to bring it into the world, to offer that higher vibrational energy that we have cultivated. Often these inward times can start with shadows. And that's definitely what I woke up with this morning, was shadows, with old beliefs. I'm doing Goddess Fest this weekend. If you're in the Boise area, I encourage you to join us. There's so much fun stuff to see, fun experiences, and then they're doing things throughout the festival, and the Bards of the Goddess group. It is a lovely, lovely, lovely event, and so much healing opportunities will be present. So come join us. Come have me read for you. Find out, what is your next best step? How can you move forward with greater empowerment in your life? What does that look like for you? I think the fairies want one more card before I go today. It's funny, I always kind of wonder, what was I dreaming about when I mean, I was definitely in dream. And if I, wanted to remember it when I woke up, I would have focused and written it down, but I didn't. And I don't know. I just know the energy I woke up with was not a happy energy, was not lighthearted, was not creative. Moving is a step in the right direction for you. New home. And this is really you moving into a different way of living for you. This isn't necessarily a physical move. It might be for some of you watching this, if that was a question you had, but it is more likely that new way of viewing yourself, your life, and what you get to do in this life. And very good. Again, the flowers, 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 flowers. Very much a flowery energy in today's readings, a guidance to do you, to be all that you can. Good morning, Jeannie. Good morning, all. I'm on the Columbia Gorge. Lovely, lovely, lovely. I'm guessing your beautiful granddaughter, Brooklyn, is with you this morning. Tell her I said hello. And enjoy, indulge, and do more of that, Jeannie, that fuels your soul. Thank you so much for joining me. If this spoke to you, if you liked this video, if you're on YouTube, please subscribe, like, and share. If you're on YouTube, comment and share. I mean on Facebook. And please consider what it is you get to do today to grow your self-care, your self-love, and your self-healing. Thanks so much for joining me. I'm Victoria Savage, Nurse Savage, on your side, your wisdom guided oracle. Until we meet again.